lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Operating from the gun, Ferguson. He finds his man, complete. That's Torres. And he's taken down inside the 30. Throwing on first down, Ferguson. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Back to throw, Ferguson. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, Ferguson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. And this one is right through. And that will close the gap down to 14.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Patterson running between the tackles
to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
130 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cougars look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Portland's offense now about set to take over.
And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
From the gun on 3rd down, Ferguson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Back to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun, Ferguson. Under pressure, and they got to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Now 2nd and 9.
Operating from the gun, Ferguson.
Out to the flat here for Johnson.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Back to throw, Ferguson.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Looking to throw. Ferguson. He's got it. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great play there. High in the air to bring it in.
And the Snowhawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And what a drive that was. 16 plays all told. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. 3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
They'll go. It's Patterson.
And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down by 2 touchdowns. A little over a minute to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. On 1st and 10, Ferguson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
To throw again, Ferguson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Off play action, Ferguson. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And you and I, we just looked at each other, kind of had the same thought. I don't think that we saw this result coming. If they were going to win, maybe at home, but not here on the road.
No, not at all. We thought that at the end, the strength would win out. And that didn't happen. But let's give them credit. Went on the road without being intimidated. Went on the road with not just belief, but a strong belief that they could pull it off, and took advantage of every opportunity in this one.
So for Chicago, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Portland, they'll fall to 1-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.